My name is Karen. I'm downstairs in my gear room, which I just got done organizing, and I thought that I would introduce myself. If you're watching this right now, it's because I decided to start a YouTube channel. Why not? What do I have to lose? I enjoy YouTube. I enjoy watching people's hiking and backpacking videos and vlogs, and I thought, why not? But I'm a Gen Xer through and through.
Ooh, spot the Gen Xer.
And I do not love technology. In fact, I kind of fight it. So that's kind of what's really been holding me back more than anything is learning more techie stuff. I'll figure it out as I go. Maybe, maybe not. Obviously, I figured out something because I've got this video uploaded on YouTube and you're watching it. A little about me. I grew up in Washington State, Evergreen State. You know, it's beautiful here. I was in Western Washington my whole life. I have a lot of fond memories with my family going camping and going to national parks. We visited Olympic National Park and Mount Rainier often. And I've always just really appreciated the views that we had growing up. And then in my early 20s, I met a friend that loved to backpack and hike, and we became adventure buddies. It made me happy to be out in the wilderness. We would try and go where not that many people were. We would tend to stick to quieter trails. We loved it. You know, we had our books and our maps and no cell phones, and or at least no cell phone service. We had cell phones. They were probably not even turned on, but we had them. And it really sparked my true love for nature and being in the mountains. And that the mountains are calling, that is such a true statement for somebody who loves the outdoors and they feel that pull being out there, looking at those views and seeing the snow-capped mountains. I mean, we're so lucky living in Washington when it comes to these snow-capped volcanoes, and you can't beat it. You can't beat those views. I took a hiatus from backpacking, unfortunately, and hiking, and it really was just life happened. Job, career, having our own business. My husband and I just had a lot going on, and I no longer had a hiking buddy because we moved, and it made it really difficult. The trails were never far from my mind. They were always in the back of my head, and anytime we were traveling for work and I would see a national park sign or a state park sign or trailhead that we'd pass, I always was like, I wonder where that goes. I want to go there. I was able to rekindle my love of hiking and backpacking again in my early 40s. It was before COVID happened. And, you know, obviously the outdoors got crazy busy with the COVID shutdown because everyone was going out there. And for me, it was a couple years before that I was able to start getting back on trails. And now I'm in the Spokane area. I've actually been here for 12 years now. And the Spokane County parks, they have a lot of trails, this huge trail system. So it was nice to start venturing out and doing those short hikes. And it just sparked that want and need to be back out in nature. It really was good for my soul and my heart and my being. It's who I am. And I'm really lucky to have a super supportive husband who, he does not go hiking, but he supports my adventures, and I couldn't ask for a better partner when it comes to that. He always says, I'll take the Bronco hiking because that's what we use for off-roading. He's like, but I'm not going hiking. So together we do take the Bronco hiking on off-road trails. And again, we camp and have a great time together. But then I go and I adventure on my own with hiking friends, and he's okay with that. He knows how much I am drawn to the Pacific Crest Trail. No, this isn't a Pacific Crest Trail announcement for 2025, but it will happen one day. I've always been really drawn to the fact that there's this continuous footpath from Mexico to Canada, you know, along the mountain crest. I don't know, the other long distance trails look amazing, but the Pacific Crest Trail just has a place in my heart that I can't even explain. I don't know. I don't know why. I remember being on trail in my early 20s thinking, how cool would that be to do Qualmy Pass to Stevens Pass? But gosh, gear was so heavy back then. I think that my pack weighed like 45 pounds with my gear. And I was maybe 125 or 130 pounds. I mean, that is like way too high for a body percentage for weight to carry on your back. I don't know if I could have done it. Maybe really short days. Yeah, probably really short days. But there's always been that pull. I really started thinking about the entire Pacific Crest Trail as I have morphed into hiking more again, in this new stage in my life. But still, the thought of doing it all in one continuous footpath was not on the agenda. It was, oh, well, I will do sections. A lot of people do sections. And I figured I would start off with doing Washington and, maybe knocking that out in a 5 or 6 year period. So doing chunks, maybe 100 miles at a time, and then see at that point in life if I could go ahead and do Oregon, take a month, 3 weeks, knock out Oregon, and then eventually figuring out how to get California done. That's such a huge state that would take a lot more planning. But I thought that's going to be so many years down the road. I mean, heck, it could take me 20 years to complete the trail. I don't know. As I did more research and talked about it more, did my practically daily conversation, my husband says to me, I would never keep you from doing something that you truly wanted to do. Well, with that, it was like game on. And my mind was going a million miles per hour. And I thought, oh my gosh, could this be real? Could I actually go hike the entire Pacific Crest Trail in a season? It really just made me realize how much I did want to do that, is what it was. Like before, it was like, it just wasn't possible. But once I had the go from my husband to do it and that he'll survive without me for that long, it was like, wow. I was almost speechless. Well, not really, because I was talking all the time about it. But I still figured it was a lot of years away. And it is years away, believe me. But it is going to happen sooner than I thought. The year that we decided that I would do this is going to be 2028. The year I turned 50. And it was my husband's idea. In fact, it was Christmas morning at breakfast. He said, I really wasn't able to sleep very well last night. I was thinking about you wanting to leave me for 6 months. And then he said, but I think you really need to do it when you turn 50. And it just was like, oh yeah, that would be a great milestone in my life to do that at 50 years old when I'm still very capable of doing something like that. So 2028 is 3 years away and I will be setting foot on trail. But in the meantime, there's always other hikes. I always have something planned. I have a list in my phone, all these things on my bucket list. I'd love to do the Wonderland Trail, the High Sierra Trail. I'm going to be doing the Timberline Trail this year. The list just keeps going. It's what I love. It's my true love. Other than my husband, who of course is my first love, hiking and backpacking and being out in nature as far away from society as I can get is my happy place.
My happy place, okay?
I know that there are so many other people out there that love it just as much as I do and understand that pull that the mountains and nature has on them and how much better they feel when they are connecting with the outdoors. So my goal with this channel really is to take you along on my adventures, whether it's a local day hike or I'm going out of state for a hike or eventually a PCT vlog. It will happen, I promise. Even though it's 3 years away, it's gonna happen. But I hope to inspire others. I'm 47 years old and I really recreated myself in my 40s and I am in a better place physically and emotionally and spiritually since I've been able to hike again. I hope that helps people realize that whatever age you are, you can accomplish your dreams. And even if it's something from the past that you want to recreate, like I did, like I knew that getting back into hiking was what I needed to do. And I was able to, and I've been determined to get out on trail as often as possible and just hike as many miles as I can and see the most remote places as my feet will bring me. And if that inspires you to do it, to get out there, then that'll make me happy. And for those people who maybe have a disability that aren't able to get out on trail, I hope that at least being able to view my videos puts a smile on your face. If you like this video, like to see more content from me, please subscribe, like, and comment, and help me grow this channel so I can bring you the content from my hiking and backpacking adventures that I absolutely love so much. Thanks for joining me today.